By a show of hands, how many of you have ever owned a house, a condo, an apartment that you've rented out to other people? Great, thank you. You probably were all doing that in addition to a full-time job. You were doing this with a family. And on top of those things, you had to find tenants for your apartment. You had to screen them to pick the right tenants. You had to do a lease agreement. You had to collect rent payments and manage your maintenance issues. You had to do all 5 of these things in addition to everything else going on in your life, and you probably felt like this. As Aaron mentioned, I'm Ryan Kuhn. I'm the CEO of Rentalutions, and we are giving you your life back. We're the only full-service platform that helps do-it-yourself landlords save time managing your homes, your condos, and your apartments that you're renting out. To look at how we're doing this, let's take an example. Let's look at how one of our users engages with our platform. We'll talk here about Jeremy. Jeremy is a private wealth manager with Morgan Stanley in Austin, Texas. Jeremy owns 3 single-family homes that he rents out. Each home rents for about $2,000 a month. When Jeremy signed up with Rentalutions 2 years ago, this single-family home was vacant. Within minutes, Jeremy created a profile of the listing, and we automatically pushed that out to Zillow, Trulia, PadMapper, HotPads, and all those other online sites that tenants search for online listings. Within hours, Jeremy was getting leads from interested tenants right to his smartphone. Jeremy was able to quickly correspond with the tenants, set up showings, and request rental applications. After tenants applied, Jeremy had all the information he needed to pick the right tenants. He had the rental application. He had a TransUnion credit score and a nationwide criminal background check so that he could find one who would pay rent on time and take care of his property. Now, after Jeremy selected to rent to John and Amber, Jeremy was able to quickly and easily create an online lease template that him and his tenants could sign electronically in clicks, not in hours of printing, scanning, and faxing lease paperwork back and forth. Then, after John and Amber moved into the property, they were able to pay their rent online. Jeremy was able to watch all these rent payments come in right from his smartphone. And Jeremy is not alone. There are more than 8 million Jeremys in the United States. These Jeremys collectively own and manage 24 million rental properties. This is more than half of all the rentals in the United States. And this is the half of the market that we're going after. Now you're probably wondering, how are these Jeremys managing their properties? Well, they've got 3 options. They can continue doing it with pen and paper, but that takes a lot of time. Managing with pen and paper is inefficient. Number 2, they could hire a professional property manager to do all the work for them, but this will cost 10% of the rent every month. For Jeremy, this would equate to $600 every month that he would be spending. The third option is to use software. Now, a lot of you are probably familiar with these big, clunky enterprise softwares, the type that Richard was talking about, that manage these big institutional portfolios, things like Yardi, MRI, RealPage. But they're not built for Jeremy. For starters, they're way too complex. A lot of these require a full day of training to understand. They're also way too expensive, costing thousands of dollars every month. At Rentalutions, we believe there's a better, simpler, more affordable way. And we have very simple pricing, and it starts at free. For 3 homes, Jeremy only pays us $25 per month to do all of these things from his phone. And because of all this, we've been growing pretty fast. Right now, today, we have 18,000 individual landlords managing properties with Rentalutions in 5,000 zip codes, 3,500 cities. But it's not just these absolute numbers that are astounding. It's how fast we've been growing. Right now, we've got 18,000 landlords across the United States using our software. By the end of the year, we'll have double this number. And we've got a great team making this all happen. My co-founder, Lawrence, who's here, he and I were investment bankers. We quit our jobs, we taught ourselves how to code. And now we're up to our eyeballs in product development and digital marketing. And we've surrounded ourselves with great people to make all this happen. Now, we've got this simple platform that helps Jeremy do all these 5 things: to find tenants, screen them, do the lease, collect payments, and manage maintenance. On top of these 5 things, we've built some amazing strategic partnerships to help Jeremy process payments. We partner with TransUnion so that he can easily get a credit and background check. Since joining MetaProp, we partnered with one of the largest insurance companies, and we're helping our renters connect with renters' insurance policies. This is all great, but what's really exciting is over the next 18 to 24 months, we're going to be building additional partnerships to help them with things like tax and accounting, to help them connect with utilities, moving companies, repairs and maintenance, and some of these connected home companies like Notion and Radiator Labs. On top of these 5 things, there's an endless number of other companies that we can work with. I'm Ryan Kuhn, the CEO of Rentalutions. My co-founder Lawrence and I'd love to talk with you later. Thank you.